Hi everybody, Elizabeth here from Petals and Parchment. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. We are on week 3 of the Reflective Rolodex challenge. Each week we do a mindfulness exercise and we try to focus on gratitude and look for things in our lives to be grateful for. I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with you and seeing where it leads all of us. I hope you all are enjoying this series so far. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, if you'd like to go ahead and first grab your candle. We're going to try to get to a nice relaxing place where the creativity and gratitude can flow. So I'll invite you to light your candle and join me for a quiet moment of reflection. I'll invite you to close your eyes and relax and take a deep breath in. Let your belly fill completely with air. Exhale through your mouth and try to blow all of your worries away. Let your shoulders relax and let all your cares fall away. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, letting all the worries leave your body. And focusing on just this moment right now. Another deep breath in. Become excited to play. Exhale. Let everything go. All that matters right now is this moment. Let's go ahead and open our eyes and begin our art practice. Okay, so first let's talk about the journaling prompts. This sheet, if you bought the kit, was included in the bonus pages PDF. You just follow it to the Google Drive folder and download it there. We're currently on week 3, which centers around self-discovery and growth. Now, I went ahead and included this in a YouTube video as well, in a collection of freebies that I've been offering each week. So you can also find this by watching the previous videos and going to that Google Drive folder, and I've included this for you so you can print it out and really take your time choosing which journaling prompt you'd like to use. And of course, this, you don't have to select anything on this list, of course, but really consider what you'd like to journal about this week and make sure that it really resonates with you and what you're going through in your life. So what I've decided to focus on within these journaling prompts is facing fear. I've had quite a few fears going on recently. My friend was in the hospital, and I have some great news actually for those that were here last week. My friend Georgia is leaving the hospital today and going back home to resume care in her home. So that's such a blessing, and I'm so grateful that she's well enough to return to her home. I know she'll be much more comfortable there. So that is some fear that I'm carrying, but Within regards to my personal well-being, I asked myself, what fears or doubts am I carrying and how could I address them this year in 2025? And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about here. So I personally struggle with self-doubt and feelings of inadequacy, imposter syndrome, some people call it, and I am pretty hard on myself, and that's just probably something that stems from perfectionism and always striving to improve and not giving myself credit or grace when I do something well. I always feel like I fall short somehow. And so something funny happened last night. I took my daughter out for dinner and I got a fortune cookie, and it said, "You are perfect the way you are." And I knew that I was going to be doing this week 3 challenge, and I honestly struggle with filming and coming up with ideas and putting myself out there. And so it really is a year-long challenge for me. Every single one of these will probably be very difficult for me. And I tend to second guess myself and get embarrassed and wish I had said something different, or a lot of these issues creep up with self-doubt. And so those are the doubts that I constantly carry. I have to remember how far I've come, and I have to remember to be gentle with myself, to be caring and considerate and kind to myself as I would to my closest friends and family. I find myself always giving other people breaks, but I never give myself a break. And so I think this year embrace the fact that not everything is going to be 100% perfect, and that's okay. I'm showing up and I'm trying and I'm doing my best, and I'm perfect the way I am because nobody else is like me, and the way I do it is unique and there's value in that, and I have to accept that and give myself a break. So that's sort of where this card design has come from. So what I'm going to do here is gather the supplies that I'm going to use. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with some punches. I found these little butterfly punches that I picked up secondhand. Was really excited to get those, and just some scrap paper that matches my card, but you could obviously just do some plain white paper. And then I've got a couple different color inks that match the kit that I'm working with. So I've got Stampin' Up! Lavender Lace and Mauve Mist. This is called Pebbles Classic Chalks, and I actually saw this on G. Kerr's channel, Happiness and Crafting, and I just had to have it. So I'm going to play with some chalks, but if you don't have this or any chalk to play with, you can get some pastels, or you could use watercolor, you could use crayons or colored pencils or markers, really anything that you have to color with. And then I've also got some, what is this? Transparent nylon thread. If you don't have this, you could use white thread. This is optional, you don't need that necessarily. And I still struggle with self-worth issues, and so I'd like to put an end to that because I have a 6-year-old daughter and I don't ever want her to doubt her self-worth. And we all know that children learn by what they see, and I don't ever want her to doubt how utterly magnificent she is. So it's my job to set a good example. So those are some things that I'm thinking about with regards to fear and doubt that is holding me back, and how I choose to rise above and show up in my life with my head held a little bit higher. And hopefully some of that resonated with you. My intention here is to bare my soul and sort of share my heart, and hopefully something that I say prompts you to search deep within yourself and find answers in your own life, because I really do believe that we have the answers that we're looking for. We have an inner wisdom that we are intrinsically born with, and we just have to learn to tap into it and to ignore all of the negative self-talk. If you're somebody that suffers from that, you're not alone. And so I'm going to do a little bit of journaling here, and I encourage you to do the same. Won't you join me? Okay, so hopefully you've had a nice little journaling session. Please take as long as you need to get all of those thoughts out. What I'm going to do is turn over the back of my card, and I'm going to glue this down, face down actually. So that's also something that you can do. So now I have a second opportunity for decoration and journaling, but I've also just kept what I said private. That's for me and me alone, and if you saw it, that's okay. But then I'm also going to take this sentiment that I have from the kit, I am a masterpiece, and I'm just going to place that here as well. And then if I ever want to write something else here, I have some space right here to write it. And now we're going to set to work decorating the front. Ink the edges of my card so that it stands out a little bit. I'm going to take some of that scrap paper and just cut out a few butterflies. If you don't have a butterfly punch, you can use the freebie that I provided last week. I do have some butterflies on there that you can print out, or you can draw a butterfly freehand, or you can print one out and then trace it and then cut it out, or you can choose something completely different than a butterfly. That is also an option. Here's a few white ones, and I colored this one. So what I'm planning to do here is to fold the wings up on the butterfly on each side so that you create this flat base of the butterfly here. And then I'm just going to glue them down onto my card. And I'm going to use this sentiment that I got at the restaurant with my daughter last night. You are perfect the way you are. I'm going to cut off the restaurant name because I don't really want that on my card. It's kind of hard to cut in a straight line, but that's okay. Embracing imperfection. So I'm going to put that at the top of my card here. First, I think I'll ink it, and then I'm just going to place this here at the top. So when I look at this card, I'll remember that my daughter and I went out to eat and the serendipity of it all. But I'll go ahead and show you first how I colored the butterfly. These chalks are so cool. If I can find a link, I'll go ahead and include that. You just take this little clip and you grab these little cotton balls, and then you just use those to color. And it's chalk, so it blends really smoothly. So I'm going to start in the center with the darkest color. Let me get you a little closer here. Then I'm simply turning over the little cotton ball and going in the lighter color on the other side, and going around the edges in the lighter color. This would work really great with pastels as well. And then I've got a black color, so I'm just gonna lightly blow that off, and I think that turned out really pretty. Then you can take your black pen and make some designs if you'd like. And then I also took my white gel pen, it's called a jelly roll, and just make some more designs here. And then you can fill in the head and the body if you'd like. And there's another butterfly. That turned out really pretty. So feel free to decorate your butterflies however you'd like. And another trick that I wanted to show you, you've probably seen this before, but you can take some of this clear thread. It's on nylon thread, and let me get in frame here. Tie it in a knot. You just want to put a dab of glue where you want the antenna. You can also use ink to darken these if you'd like. And then you simply glue the back of your butterfly just down the center. Here's the butterfly with his little antenna, and I used a little ink to color them in a tiny bit so that you could see them, and also I shortened them a little bit. They were way too long. So that looks pretty. Okay, and putting on the last butterfly here, but I'm going to draw on it a little bit, and you can always use some tweezers if you have bumble fingers like I do. I think I'm going to ink a little heavier around the edges here. And here's my card today. You're perfect just the way you are. Don't forget that. Be kind to yourself today, and I'll see you next time. Until then, have fun being crafty, everybody. Bye!